Oh, have mercy. Okay. Okay. Hey, y'all. Oh, gosh. Okay. I had went live on the wrong page, y'all. But we here. We here. Went live on the wrong page, y'all. But we here. We here. Went live on the wrong page, y'all. But we here. We here. Okay. Tap the screen as you come in. Share the live as you come in. Everybody, y'all, happy holidays. I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday as much as I'm enjoying the holiday. Get in here so we can talk about some things, all things GLP-1, so that we can talk about what we ate for the holiday. I want to talk about things that are in the news. I want to talk about the court cases that are coming up. Hey, hi. The court cases that are coming up behind GLP-1. I don't know if y'all heard yet, but I'm posting a video about it tomorrow. And I want to go into some detail about some things that y'all may be seeing online coming out of the nursing community. I know there's a lot of nurses that are posting about some of the lawsuits that people are trying to say that their GLP-1 is making them lose their vision and stuff like that. So I wanted to talk about that to bring y'all some comfort. Hey, boo. Hey, Leisha. Hey, girl. So tap the screen as y'all come in. Share the live as y'all come in. Drop me some hashtag FYPs so that we can get onto the For You page. Until then, I'm going to just say hello to some people that I see in the chat. Right now, I see Jalen is here. Janet. Sandy is here. Baby, use the knife cutter and sharpen that.
I did.
It looked like you're struggling.
I'm going through the fat and the blubber. I showed
Okay.
you.
Miss Sandy is here. Hey, Marie. Hey, Angela. Miss Nikki is here. Chrissy the twin is here. All Eyes on Vivi is here. If y'all not following All Eyes on Vivi, make sure y'all following Vivi on here and on the YTube, honey. She big over there. She big. She we know her here, but y'all, she big on YouTube as well. Miss Judith is here. Hi, Rocio. Hey, Miss Wendy. Nella, Deb, Tay, Sassy Smart 57 is here. Miss Jan, Tia, is it Sherry or Cherie? Me Minder, is it me? Oh, it's Mimi. Mimi is here. Shaniqua is here. Sharon is here. The legal document assistant is here. Marianne, honey, that's my mama name. Cindy, Lily, Sherry is here. Miss Tammy, SDF Wilson is here. Rob, Jean, 22 is here. Miss Lola is here. Y'all, my husband is in the house. And side to side, hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, let me pin VV. If you guys are not following VV, hold on. Let me pin VV. Boom. Make sure you guys are following VV because she is huge on TikTok. And she huge over there on YouTube. She very faithful with her content. But I be seeing you, honey. I be seeing you. For the 76 people who are already in the chat, if you're not yet following me, click this picture. Make sure you're following me. Turn your notification bells on so you know when I am live. Also, if you're not following the big page, make sure you're following Charge Nurse Keisha, this page right here. Because on Charge Nurse Keisha page, y'all, we have over 101K followers over there. That's where I do all of my education. I put all of the supplements to keep you on par over there. We only do lives over here. I may post here and there. As you can see, I probably have maybe 10 posts here in 2 years. I just come on my backup to do live because I'm more peaceful over here. You know, I can fly under the radar on this side of town. So I love it over here. But make sure you're following the big page so you can get the education and get the supplement suggestions that can help you stay on course. Okay. So before we get started, I want to let everybody know that this is a Amble sponsored live, you guys. If you're meeting me for the very first time, I am a registered nurse. I work under the umbrella of emergency room medicine. I'm also the charge nurse of a 20-bed outpatient unit. You guys, I am a patient and a partner of Amble Health. I've been with Amble for almost 2 years now. This is the company that I use in maintenance. If you're not familiar with our company, we are a company that connects you with an obesity trained specialist who will put you on a care plan, MEDs, to get you to goal. For those of you who are not yet on MEDs to get you to goal, we do offer plans where, well, not plans, but you can purchase meds 3 months at a time, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months at a time. You also can use Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm. You can use your FSA cards. And you don't have to worry about physician fees. We don't charge any. You don't have to worry about subscribing to anything. There's no subscriptions. And you don't have to worry about shipping. Your shipping is free. All you have to worry about is paying for your medicines. We offer semaglutide. We offer TIRZEPATIDE. We offer supplements like NAD, Semorlin, Tesamorlin. We offer LIPO C, LIPO B, glutathione, all the things, okay, to keep you on course. If you have any questions about anything Amble and you are under my affiliate, under my umbrella, like you sign up under my account, make sure if you have any questions or any problems, you DM me or email me. I check my emails faithfully and I check my DMs at least 3 days a week. Okay. All right. So for the 155 people who are in the chat, again, if you're not yet following me, click on this picture. Make sure you're following me. Turn your notification bells on. And make sure you're following the big page, which is Charge Nurse Keisha. Let me pin it one more time. And then we'll get into the flow of the live. The way we usually do the live, you guys, is I will start with, I usually start at the beginning and work my way to the end. And starting from the beginning is explaining what the medicines are, why people are taking it, because we don't all take it for the same reasons. And as I am educating about those things, because we always have new people in here so that we're all on the same page about what the medicines do, how they work, and all of this stuff. You guys, please drop like tips and tricks in the comments. If you're having any problems, drop it in the comments, because I'm not the only one that is educating here. We have a lot of people who are on their journeys, new and old. And we have a lot of people who are very innovative with the way they eat, innovative with the way they take their supplements to help them get to goals. So we share here. We hold each other's hands and we adjust each other's crowns over here. And I'm never the only person educating. There's always someone in the live that drops gems every single live. So make sure you have your screenshot fingers ready and all of the things, because I do the screenshotting as well based upon what people put in the chat. Okay. And so go on that side and do that. And so I can, so I am following the chat. Hey, Tracy, how are you, my love? Let me just make sure I haven't missed anyone. Hey, Ree. Hey, Earl. Hey, Janet. Hey, Miss Pressure 83. I see you, friend. I love that name. Who else is in here? Shanti is in here. Paradise_Animal Farm is here. Jing Jing is here. Comfort Sewer is here. Lewis Key, I see you. Or is it Lois? A couple people have come into the chat. So thank you guys so much. Rory, hey, friend. Oh, gosh. Dale, Miss Carolyn is in the chat. Y'all, Rocky. Fatima is here. I see all of you. Hazel is here. I see you, friend. Kentucky lady in Texas. Oh, I love that name, is here. Tracy, Jennifer Gonzalez is here. I see y'all, friend. I promise you. Queen Netta is here, or is it Nettie? I see you, my love. Okay, so let's get into the education. And remember, if you have any questions about anything, drop it in the chat. My mods are going to pin it. Hey, Mama Michelle. They're going to pin it. I'm going to see it, okay? All right, so GLP-1 medications. What are GLP-1 medications? GLP-1 medications are endocrine medications that are meant to change you metabolically. They are not weight loss medicines. They are not weight loss medicines. They are not weight loss medicines. They are endocrine medications that are meant to change you metabolically. When these meds were created, they were created for diabetics to help control their A1C levels, which helps to manage or prevent them going into chronic kidney disease secondary to their metabolic disorder that has to deal with your pancreas not putting out enough insulin. What does insulin do? Insulin helps us break down carbs, fats, proteins, and use them, store them, or eliminate them the way it should be. And a lot of us, and I'm saying us because I'm speaking, in these lives, I'm speaking to obese patients primarily, but I do know that not everybody is here for weight loss, right? But for people who are taking, most people that take GLP-1s are taking it because they have some sort of metabolic issue, whether it be insulin resistance, whether it be diabetes, whether it be obesity, whether it be PCOS. We all have issues with insulin. This is the reason why when we're not on GLP-1 medications, no matter how good we eat, no matter how much we exercise, for some reason we cannot burn the carbs, we cannot burn the fat, we cannot get the protein to get where it needs to be because we are insulin resistant. So these medications, primarily, first, the mechanism of action is to make you more insulin sensitive. So how does that help my situation? You being insulin sensitive, after you eat, your postprandial blood sugars spike up. Postprandial means after you eat. After you eat, your blood sugar is going to go up because you just ate. So you're going to have high blood sugar. So what's supposed to happen is your pancreas is supposed to secrete enough insulin to bring your blood sugar levels down and metabolize carbs, store fat, and protein the way it needs to. But what happens is your body does not identify insulin. So carbs are going to sit there. It's going to break down to sugar, which is eventually going to be stored as fat. That's why we get so heavy. And it's not just heaviness or adipose on your body. There are a lot of us who are obese and we have fatty livers, which creates a whole nother issue with metabolizing, right? Okay, so once you take a GLP-1 medication, now you're more insulin sensitive. Now your body knows what to do when it has these high blood sugar levels. It gets to work breaking down carbs. It gets to work breaking down fat. It gets to work storing fat the way it's supposed to, eliminating fat the way it's supposed to. It keeps your liver from pushing out more sugar into your blood. I don't know if you guys know this, but one of the functions of the liver is to convert sugar, glucose, into glucagon. Glucagon is stored sugar in your liver, right? And sometimes when you are insulin resistant, your liver will just push sugar into your body for no freaking reason at all. So being on a GLP-1 medicine and your body being more insulin sensitive, it prevents your liver from pushing out unneeded glucose into your blood. All right. So does GLP-1 medication cause your blood sugars to drop? Indirectly, yes. Indirectly. And I'm going to explain that. So what it does is it allows your body to process carbs, fats, and proteins the way they're supposed to be metabolized. So now that you're taking a GLP-1 medication, you're taking something that's controlling those high blood sugar levels. It's bringing them down where they need to be. But if you don't eat while you're on GLP-1 medications, then your blood sugars will bottom out. And it's not because your GLP-1 medication is causing it. It's bottoming out because you're not eating enough now. You understand what I'm saying? The only medicine that drops blood sugars, like its indication is to drop blood sugar, is insulin. Any other diabetic medication is just to make you more insulin sensitive so that your body knows what to do once it eats. So now that you know that you're taking a GLP-1 medication, you have to eat. So when people be out here in these streets talking about GLP-1 people, they don't eat or whatever. Yeah, we do eat, because if we don't eat, honey, we're going to be on the floor somewhere. So yeah, we do eat. Kiwi, you're not cutting that right. You know why, baby? You're cutting it the wrong way. You got to flip it over.
Oh.
So you're cutting down on the
knuckle?
fat part. Yeah.
Okay. That's figuring.
Okay. So let's say that one more time. So with GLP-1 medications, your GLP-1 medications are going to make you more insulin sensitive. It's going to control your It's going to control the way your body metabolizes carbs and fats and store them the way they need to be stored. How do you know if it drops? I'm going to give you the signs and symptoms of how do you know your blood sugar is low. And then again, if your blood sugar drops, all you have to do, boo, is eat something. You just have to make sure you're eating your 3 meals a day. You're eating your snacks in between, like that. Okay. How do you know your blood sugar drops? These are some of the signs and symptoms of low blood sugar. You can feel really sleepy, like unprovoked sleepiness can cause you to have blood sugar, so you know that your blood sugar is dropping. If you cannot collect a thought, like it's something that you want to say, you cannot get it out, that is an indication of low blood sugar. Feeling shaky, like just unprovoked jitteriness, that can be a sign of low blood sugar. My friend was taking Ozempic. She says, friend was taking Ozempic, lost weight till she started. Hold on. I can't see your whole 2 milligrams. No weight loss after that. I'm going to explain why, Rory. I'm going to explain why. So those are the signs and symptoms. Hold on. Let me ask Trudy for some other signs and symptoms of what are signs and symptoms of hypoglycemia? That's the medical term for low blood sugar. So like brain fog, jitteriness, unprovoked sleepiness can be some. Okay. What else? So it's Trudy, y'all. Trudy is my AI. Trudy says shakiness, tremors, sweating, yes, rapid heartbeat, anxiety, nervousness, that nervousness I was saying, hunger, tingling in your fingertips, pale skin. Those are some signs. Other signs are dizziness, lightheadedness. You might have a headache. Ooh, blurred vision is a really good one. Difficulty concentrating, confusion, slurred speech, unusual behavior, extreme fatigue. When I said sleepiness, so those are some signs. Now, speaking to my friend who said my friend was losing weight on Ozempic until she got to 2 milligrams, and then the medicine stopped working. So here's the thing about GLP-1 medications. For the 112 people who are in the chat, if you're not yet following me, click this picture. Make sure you're following me and turn your notification bells on. And Melinda, she's saying, what about when it's high? Here's the thing about hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia. They both have the same side effects. This is why it's important. All right, I used to teach this a long time ago. I don't know why I don't teach it anymore, but I used to teach. Kiwi, give me something to drink. My throat is so dry. I used to teach this a long time ago. I used to tell patients, and I'm gonna get to the Ozempic question. Whenever you're taking a GLP-1 medication, it would behoove you to wear one of those CGM monitors, continuous glucose monitors. You know how y'all see people who are diabetic and they have those things on the back of their arm, or you can put it on your belly, or you put it on your thigh, and you can connect it to your phone, and it will tell you your blood sugars all the time. If you're super sensitive to these meds and you know your blood sugar can drop easy while taking these medications, or you get hyperglycemic, you should have diabetics. Y'all should have them on anyway. A diabetic need to have a CGM monitor on, because once, sometimes people who have low blood sugars, they blood sugars drop and they get sleepy and they fall asleep and go into diabetic comas, and they don't even realize that the blood sugar is low. They just think they sleepy. But if you're on a GLP-1 medication, or you're taking a medication for diabetes, the moment you get sleepy unprovoked, it should be a tall tale sign. Oh Lord, my blood sugar is low. You know what I mean? Okay. And then the same symptoms of hypoglycemia is the same symptoms you can get with hyperglycemia. Trudy, give us some signs and symptoms of hyperglycemia. It's going to be the same. I just want to see what she's going to say. Thank you for the follow, Mel. Okay, she says increased thirst, which is polydipsia, frequent urination, increased hunger. Y'all, those are the 3 P's of diabetes. If you want to know if you're diabetic, it's called a CGM monitor. Either Dex, y'all help me in the chat. Diabetic, I know they have some diabetics in the chat. Can y'all put in the chat the name of y'all CGM monitors? I think my husband's was oh God. Dexcom. Dexcom. That's it, fitness. Dexcom. Yeah. That's what he and isn't there like a Lexicom or something? That's a Lexi something, right? Thank you guys. Oh, Libre. That's it. Thank you, Simply Me. That's what he had. A Freestyle Libre. That was his. Yes. Thank you so much, baby doll. So one of the 3 signs and symptoms that you can tell whether a person is diabetic is if they thirsty all the time, if they urinate all the time, and if they hungry all the time. That's how my husband was diagnosed. Child, he used to run to the bathroom so much. I'm like, oh, hell no. You too young to be going to the bathroom like, you know, and I mean, it's be like a child, you know, like a child that cannot hold their urine. And it's not something to where, oh, I have to pee, they can hold it. No, when they have to use it, they run into the bathroom. So those are the signs. On TIRZEPATIDE 2 years now, I'm down 45 pounds. Recently starting to feel, hold on, boo. Nausea, not sure if it is the meds. It could be, Yanine. It could be. And for the person who was, sorry. So the other signs and symptoms of hyperglycemia is just like I said with hypo, blurred vision, headaches, difficulty concentrating, feeling foggy, irritable mood changes. This is a good one. Slow healing cuts or wounds. That's a good one. Yes. Itchy skin, frequent urinary tract infections. Yes. Does vertigo and diabetes correlate with one another? So vertigo, it can be indirectly. Like you can get dizzy if you have low blood sugar, but that's not vertigo. You understand what I'm saying? Vertigo is something different. Vertigo has to do with your ears and being off, like your equilibrium being off. So it can be your ears causing you to have vertigo. Vertigo is something different. So it can indirectly be linked to diabetes, but low blood sugars. Okay, so let me answer this question for my friend. Thank you, fitness. Let me answer this question for my friend who said that her friend was on Ozempic and she lost a lot of weight up until she got to 2 milligrams or whatever. So here's the thing about GLP-1 medicines. GLP-1 medications are not weight loss, boo. The side effect of the meds is weight loss, and you get that side effect by appetite suppression. You get the side effect by delayed gastric emptying, feeling full, fast, and staying full for a very long time. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter what disease process you're going through or what medicine your doctor puts you on. If you stay on that medicine for a long period of time, your body builds up what's called an intolerance for it. The sensors, the receptor sites in which the med latches onto and starts working will get sensitive over time. And so your doctors will have to switch up the medicine. So think about it. If you think about it this way, because obesity is not different. If you think about someone who is diabetic, they may be taking a certain diabetic medication. Why y'all think they have over 100 different type of diabetes medicines? Okay. You could be taking a medicine and your blood sugar can be controlled. And then all of a sudden you have these blood pressure spikes. What's your doctor going to do? You're going to go into the doctor's office. Your doctor's going to be like, okay, let's take you off of that and try this. They switch it up. There's some patients who take blood pressure medicines or medicines for their heart, and for no reason at all. Now, all of a sudden, they ain't eating different. They're not drinking different. They don't smoke. They don't do anything that would trigger their blood pressures to go up. Thank you guys for the gifts. I love it. Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate you guys. And then all of a sudden they get these blood pressure spikes. So what do? They go into their, I don't know, Sierra. I don't know the color. And then the thing about it, the screen ain't even really showing the real color. For some reason, now that I do live from my iPhone, my skin look too bright. Y'all know I am not this light skin. I'm very dark complected. I put my light on the lowest temperature. I turn these lights down. And for some reason, my skin is like, it look like it's pale. So the color ain't even coloring, boo. It's so much prettier in person. But I don't know the color, Ari. I don't know it, y'all. But anyway, like I was saying, you'll go to the doctor's office and then your doctor will. Why you put this right here, baby?
So it can be next to you and so.
Where's the case? That's how I do my stuff. I keep it in the case. So your doctors will do what we call medication adjustments. So it's no different from GLP-1s, medicines. If you are on a GLP-1 medication and you've been on it for some time, you've been on a certain dose for some time, and you stop seeing the results that you're accustomed to seeing, it's just trying to change up. They either need to go up, because you said that your friend was on two milligrams, so maybe she needs to go up to 2.4. And if she's doing compound, doctors will take her all the way up to 3. Some doctors, I know that my NP goes all the way up to 3 milligrams on semaglutide. And then also, friend, sometimes you just need to switch which GLP-1 you're on. There is liraglutides, that's your Saxenda and your Victoza. There's a dulaglutide, that's your Trulicity. People sleep on those, but they work really well. I know people who have had tremendous success on those medications. Or she can come over here on Beyonce end of town and get Tirzepatide. That's your dual acting one. That's the one that has GLP-1 and GIP. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not that her medicine's not working, boo. Her medicine has still changed her metabolically. Her medicine is still breaking down carbs and fats and keeping that liver from pushing glucagon into her blood. It's still doing that. It's just that appetite suppression that she's looking for, which is one of the side effects, and that weight loss that she's looking for is a side effect. Okay. And then another thing I want you guys to remember, if you are that person who feels like you are stalling, you got to remember think about it. What am I doing that could possibly be causing me to stall? Because sometimes it's not just the medicine. Sometimes we are not eating within our calorie deficit. You're supposed to be eating within a healthy calorie deficit, or doing calorie cycling. That's where you do high calories one day, moderate calories another day, low calories the next. And then you interchange it so that your metabolism is not just sitting stagnant at one level. You're doing like this, which makes your metabolism go crazy, which makes you lose more weight, right? Another thing that could be happening is if you guys are working out and you are building muscle, your muscle mass is heavier than your adipose. So you might just be getting fine and sexy, and you're looking for the scale to go down, but actually the scale is staying the same because you're building muscle mass. In my lady area, is that common? What, boo? What? Let me see what happened with her lady area. I missed that. I just seen your last comment. I think it's my hormones that cause me to stall. Kelly, yes, that's another thing that could be happening. Perimenopause, menopause, that can be around y'all menstrual. That can be something that's going on. My doctor just prescribed me progesterone. Very good, Kelly. I just posted a video on this page. The very last video that I posted was about how hormones affect your GLP-1 journey and how it stalls you, and what you can do to get out of those stalls. One of the biggest things I said, if it is your hormones that's causing you these issues, first of all, y'all know y'all have to report everything to y'all's doctors. But if you would implement intermittent fasting into your program, into your health journey, you would see how, oh my goodness, it just changes your journey. It changes your journey tremendously. So beautifully tied. I just seen your comment where you said, in my lady area, is that common in diabetes type 2? Is what common? That's the part I'm missing. What is intermittent fasting? Tammy, intermittent fasting is where you fast for a certain amount of hours and you eat for a certain amount of hours. For example, for myself, on my days that I work, I don't eat after 6 o'clock. I don't eat from 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. the next morning. And then that other window is where I eat within my calorie deficit. So that's intermittent fasting. And what happens with intermittent fasting is you allow your gut to rest. If your metabolism isn't thinking about working on breaking down food, it takes care of the rest of the body, right? So your metabolism can work on other things outside of you breaking down calories, carbs, and protein. I've noticed that now I cut down on sugars and being on my meds that I'm less dry and irritated. So I don't know. No sugars and being okay. Let's ask Trudy because I don't know. As a nurse friend, I never did do the women's health. I never did women's health because I never wanted to take care of children. So when it was time to do that course, I tested out of that, honey. I ain't even have to take it. I did so well on testing. So let's ask Trudy. Okay, hold on. Trudy, if a patient is taking GLP-1 medications and they have lost a tremendous amount of weight, healthy weight loss, does that affect a woman being dry, like recovering from dryness related to being overweight? Does it make her does it create more moisture in the vaginal area? And this is in respect to hormones. This is in respect to weight loss and also in respect to taking GLP-1 medications. And I only want evidence-based answers. I know that probably sounded all over the place, but she know what I'm talking about. Hey, Coretta, how are you? Hold on, let me scan the chat to make sure I am not missing anybody's. Hey, Chantel, she said I fast from she said she fasts from rest till noon the next day. She says give it a rest. My happy Saturday to you all. Happy Saturday to you. Okay, the answers are profiling. Kelly said, I just did a 36-hour after Christmas to get rid of all the water weight. That's another thing that it does, Kelly, in the rest of the chat. When you are intermittent fasting, your body will self-diurese itself. So if you're holding on to a lot of fluid, your body going to urinate it off. And you know why that happens? It happens because you're not eating carbs. It's like a science to it. Wherever there is carbs, you have carbons and hydrogen, right? When you're not, and wherever there is carbs, there's going to be water. So if you take the carbs out of your diet, there's nothing that those water bonds can stick to. So you just urinate them out. I hope that made sense. I don't take any medicine, but I was diagnosed diabetic. Melinda? So is your A1C level okay? Are you controlling your blood sugars? Because uncontrolled diabetes leads to chronic kidney disease. So be careful with that, friend. Make sure you're seeing your doctor. Make sure your A1C level is okay because your kidneys can suffer from not being treated. Diabetes has to be treated or managed. But it can be managed with your diet. Some people's diabetes can be managed with your diet. Okay. All right. So this is what Trudy says, y'all. She says, Keisha, evidence-based answer. She says there isn't a good evidence-based GLP-1 answer to this question. She says vaginal lubrication is driven mostly by estrogen, tissue, blood flow, and health and thickness of the vaginal epithelium. That she means like the skin on the vagina. So there is no evidence-based material related to GLP-1s. She says, but what the evidence says about weight loss, hormones, and dryness is that, oh my God, they're so cute. Send it to me. Is vaginal dryness is most strongly linked to low estrogen levels. She also says that fat tissue affects your estrogen biology. So the fact that you lost weight, it could be secondary to, so she says, so big weight loss can change estrogen, which changes the environment of your vaginal area. And then she says clinical data in major surgical weight loss doesn't show a clear dryness approval signals. Trudy, can you give me a short answer in layman's terms that I can share with my community? Because she's going too in depth. So it doesn't look like it's associated with GLP-1s. Hold on, Raven. Raven says, I had gastric bypass 25 years. She says she kept it off. Now hot flashes and she gained 70 pounds in 6 months. Can I do hormone replacement therapy and GLP-1s? Absolutely. Absolutely you can. Okay, so here's the short answer to your question, friend, about the vaginal dryness. If it's if it's related to GLP-1s because you have lost weight. This is the short answer. She says losing weight on GLP-1 medications does not automatically make you less or more dry. It says vaginal moisture is mostly controlled by your hormones, especially estrogen, not body weight alone. For some women, weight loss can improve blood flow and insulin balance, which helps comfort a little. But for many women, especially those in perimenopause or menopause, losing fat can actually lower your body's estrogen support. So dryness may stay the same or even become more noticeable. Bottom line is GLP-1s help with weight and metabolic health, but they are not a treatment for vaginal dryness or vaginal moisturizing. If dryness is an issue, it's usually hormone related to best treated vaginal moisturizers. And then she says lubricants and hormone therapy, not just weight loss alone. Okay. So that was a clear and direct answer. So thank you for asking that question. That was a really, really good question. Do you recommend GLP-1s for 20, 30 pounds? Yes. In menopause, and it is hard to lose weight. Absolutely. Especially if you are perimenopausal. Yeah. And there are doctors that will prescribe it to you because they understand that. This is why it's so important to vet a obesity trained specialist because they understand everything related to GLP-1s and obesity or weight loss. Hey Zoe, welcome in, my love. For the 117 people who are in the chat, if you're not yet following me, click this picture. Make sure you're following me. Turn your notification bells on so you know when I am live. For those of you who are new here, this is a Amble sponsor live. Make sure you're following my primary page. This page, y'all, we have over 101K followers. We only go live on the backup for peace purposes. This is a Amble sponsor live. So if there's anyone in the room who wants to start their GLP-1 journey and you want to be under the umbrella of an obesity trained specialist who will put you on a script that will get you to your goal, all you have to do is click this picture. It's going to bring you to my BIO. And you can get started from there. Everything is going to be in the BIO, in the LINK treat. Okay, it's so easy. My Christmas was so good. I spent the day with my best friend, my husband, and my child, honey. It was so good. We ate, hey, Kima. We ate gumbo. It was so good. It was wonderful. My daughter's the only one that got gifts. Me and my husband didn't exchange gifts this year because, we paying tuitions over here, honey. We can't do all that. We couldn't do all of that this year, but the fact that he paying them tuitions, honey, that's helping me pay them tuitions. That's more than enough because he had no idea that his daughter, he knew he knew the daughter was going to college, but he had no idea his wife was considering going back to school. So I really threw him for a loop with that. Honey, that was a shocker, but he was like, let's do it. Let's get it. So most of our finances right now is going to tuition. Do y'all know the tuition that we pay more tuition than we pay household bills? We pay more tuition than we pay household bills. So what's the best med that you would recommend for diabetics? I wish every diabetic could be on TIRZEPATIDE, honestly. And I say that because Kima said we have big plans. We do. I say TIRZEPATIDE because you have the GLP-1 and GIP component. It's dual acting. I wish everybody could be on TIRZEPATIDE. But I'm not saying that because the other medicines don't work. The other medicines do work. But TIRZEPATIDE is the most it's the one that is most is the latest one and the greatest one. So again, for those of you who are wanting to sign up with Amble and start with Amble to get to the LINKs, just click this picture. It'll take you to my bio, and my bio and any one of my pages will have the LINKs there for you. I want you to keep in mind there's no physician fees. We don't do any shipping fees. You don't have to subscribe to anything. You can purchase 3, 6, 9, 12 months worth of meds at a time. You can use Klarna, Afterpay. You can use Affirm. You can use your FSA cards. One of my mods, can you pin the price the prices for Tirzepatide for me? I would like to try Tirzepatide. Hold on, Rory. I'm gonna get the price points for you. PJ, hey PJ. PJ says I love Tirzepatide. Hold on, y'all. Let me pin PJ. I need everybody in the room to make sure you guys are following PJ. I'm gonna put you back up. PJ. She put the prices up. I'm gonna put you back up. But y'all, PJ is on his weight loss journey, and he is super successful on his weight loss journey. He's super knowledgeable, and he's been going live every day and posting content every single day. It's so refreshing to see new faces sharing their journeys and their expertise, from their journey experiences. We all don't know everything. I love to hear new experiences. What are you doing? How did you make this work? Because I can pull something for everybody. When I tell you I'm a sponge for learning, I can pull something for everybody. Every time I see, and I see the same familiar faces in my chat, y'all, I'll be wondering, I wonder what they ate today. I wonder what day they take their medicines. Are they doing it every week? Are they doing every other week? Are they in maintenance? What kind of protein do they eat? What do they eat for breakfast? What's the time of day do they start eating? When do they stop? I promise you. Oh, there's PJ. Thank you so much. It helps. I feel like the more people share their journey, the more successful we all are, because now you're not just in your head about what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong, because it's so many people can be so relatable. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I'm so proud of you, PJ. I promise you, I'm so proud of you, friend. Every time I see your face, because sometimes I'll get on just to post for the day, because I'm a night nurse, and you do day shift for lives, so I miss a lot of your lives, which is why, and I haven't DM'd you yet, which is why I wish you would upload your lives to YouTube so I can watch the playbacks. But I be seeing you, friend, and I'll be so proud when I see you. I'm like, oh, PJ doing his thing. Like, I love it. Kima says the most effective med that can maximize your management of hypertension. Ooh, this is so good. Hyperlipid, diabetes, sleep apnea, chronic kidney disease, or non-alcohol fatty liver. Thank you, friend. That's huge. How do you follow PJ? All you have to do is tap on his picture, and his page is gonna come up, and you hit follow. Let me pin him one more time. So all you have to do is just tap on his picture on his face. His page is gonna come up, and just hit follow. A wealth of information. He's so good. He done got so comfortable in front of the camera sharing this journey, and I freaking love it. And thank you, Kima. And I encourage everybody, you would be so surprised at the community of people that you grow, who look forward to talking to you and getting your insight. It's like a bonding. When me and PJ, we bonded just like this off of TikTok. Kima and I bonded just like this off of TikTok. I don't think a day goes by that I don't talk to Kima. I can't go one day without talking to Kima. If Kima don't call me, I tell you, I get so nervous. I'm like, it's such and such o'clock. My friend ain't text me, ain't call me, nothing yet. Oh, hell no. I'm calling her. Listen, and if she already know, if I call, she have two phones. If I call both them phones, I'm gonna wait a few minutes. I'm gonna text and wait a few minutes. And if she don't answer, I'm calling her husband. And honestly, I haven't had to call him yet. But she damn well know. Don't do that. I'm sorry, I missed the question. The question. Imani says, thank you for all the information. I have been wanting to start, but I'm extremely nervous. And it'd be like that, Imani. It'd be like that. When you first start doing lives, girl, it's almost like you be talking to yourself. But you know what? You just have to come up with like a plan. Let me teach y'all. You just come up with a plan of what I want to talk about today. What is it that I want people to know? And mostly talk about yourself, what you do, how you do it, what your supplements, how you take your meds, talk about those things, talk about side effects and this and that. And then people will start coming in. They'll start getting comfortable with you. You'll get comfortable with them. But I tell you, girl, when you first start, the room be dry. It's okay, because people will, the more they see you talk about, the more they see you come on, the more they're going to want to conversate with you, because you start bonding. You start, it's like you start, it's like you have unspoken, it's like an unspoken bond that you guys have. So, you know, so don't get discouraged. You just go on and just be consistent. Oh, I missed it again. God damn it, Keisha.
What's going on here?
I missed it again. Thank whoever is pinning that comment. Oh my God, thank you so much. So Tammy says, so I use Ozempic, but I am not losing weight anymore. And I am at the, I think she's saying the highest dose, the largest dose. Okay, so you know what time it is, Tammy? It's time for you to come on over to Tirzepatide. You know, doctors will tell you, you know, well, not come on over to Tirzepatide. You just need to change medicine. Yes, friend, you just need to change it up. It's just, and it's not that your medicine is not working. Your medicine is still causing, you know, it's still breaking down carbs. It's still breaking down fats. It's still keeping your liver from pushing glucose, unwanted sugar into your bloodstream. It's still doing that. It still has changed you metabolically, but you want to see the weight loss. So in order for you to see those side effects that you're looking for, you have to switch it up, boo. Your receptor sites for Ozempic is just, it's just too sensitive. So you have to lay off those receptors, and they have other receptors that's just waiting for Tirzepatide to bind to it, or waiting for Victoza or Trulicity or Saxenda to bind to it. Whatever med it is that you choose. All GLP-1 medications are great GLP-1 medications. You know what I'm saying, friends? So you just need to switch it up, boo. That's all you need to do. And listen, I want you to keep in mind, and this is for everybody in the room, I want you guys to remember, when you're taking GLP-1 medications, always remember they're not weight loss medicine. So don't ever lose sight of that, okay? And then also remember, in clinical trials have taught us that you're going to lose a certain percentage of body weight. Now, I can't remember what it is for Ozempic or semaglutide. Let's just ask Trudy, because I got a point to prove. Let's ask Trudy. Okay. According to clinical trials, what is the percentage of body weight you lose on Ozempic, and what is the percentage of body weight that you lose on MOUNJARO? I'm asking that question because clinical studies have only shown that you're only going to lose a certain amount of body weight. So if you've lost that percentage of body weight, really the medicine has done its job. You know, now it's up to you to do other things to get you to the next place, or you can switch meds and you can switch meds so that the other medicine can come in and be like you have never taken these meds before. It's gonna work different. The receptor sites it's gonna wake up, and you're gonna start seeing those, you know, that appetite suppression and that weight loss that you want to see. There's some doctors who will completely take you off your meds and do a hard stop and reset. Or it's time for you to complement your medication. You may want to do semaglutide with LiPo, or semaglutide with Semorlin, or semaglutide with Tesamorlin. You might want to do Tirzepatide with Contrave, or Casimia, or Phentermine, or Topamax. It's, you know, at some point in your journey, if you're on these meds long enough, your body is going to build up a tolerance. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to stop feeling the appetite suppression because you've been on the same drug for so long. You're going to stop seeing the pounds down on the scale, probably because you met the percentage that you're supposed to lose according to clinical studies. Thank you, Mimi. But that doesn't mean that's where the buck stopped. No, we just got to get creative now. You know, we have to complement our GLP-1. You never take your GLP-1 away. You complement it or you change it. Okay. For the 123 people who are in the chat, if you're not yet following me, click this picture. Make sure you're following me and turn your notification bells on. Okay. According to clinical trials, when it comes to semaglutide, which can be called Ozempic branded, you lose up to 14% of your body weight in a 68-week period. Okay. In clinical trials, when it comes to Tirzepatide, you lose 20% of your body weight. So if you've been on Ozempic or semaglutide for 68 weeks, then you can lose up to 14% of your body weight. And if you've been on tirzepatide for up to 88 weeks, you can lose up to 20%. So once you've met that 14 and 20%, you got to switch it up. You got to change it up if you want to see other things happen. Can you go from tirzepatide 15 to something else? Absolutely. You can do the highest dose of tirzepatide, girl, and your doctor will put you on a contrary, baby, that weight gonna fall off. Or they'll put you on a phentermine, because you know those are all, they're just appetite suppressants, you know. Casimia, Topamax. Listen, your doctor can put you on metformin. You know, the mechanism of action for GLP-1s is insulin sensitivity. Imagine if your doctor put you on metformin and GLP-1s. The mechanism of action for metformin is insulin sensitivity. So it's like you got a double dose of insulin sensitivity meds. Okay? And when I'm saying insulin sensitivity, it just means that your body is going to produce more insulin. Or not produce more, but your body is going to respond more to the insulin that is being produced. Okay? I have a question for Trudy. Trudy, when it comes to insulin sensitivity and taking endocrine medications that make you more insulin sensitive, does your body produce more insulin, or does your body recognize the insulin that's already being produced and that insulin works on postprandial blood sugars? Which one is it? Which one is it? I want to know. Isn't that a good question? Sis, I went back to entry the dose on Zepbound and I gained. Oh, you went back to the, she said, Melissa said she went back to the startup dose of Zepbound and she gained 2.5. She which is 2.5, and she gained 15 pounds. It's okay. Just next month, go up to 5 milligrams, then go up to your 7.5. Whatever pounds you gain, it's gonna come down, friend. You know, on your journey, on your GLP-1 health journey, you're going to have weight fluctuation, y'all. It's gonna happen. Get used to it. Get used to it. When you gain, do things to take the weight off. One of the things that you can start doing is making sure you eating at a healthy calorie deficit, making sure you're eating enough protein, and making sure that you're taking your meds, that you're being compliant with taking your meds the way you're supposed to take your meds, and eat protein forward, fiber forward, low fat, low carbs, and intermittent fast. Okay, intermittent fast. Okay, so this is what Trudy says. Very good, Melissa. She said she switched to Lily Direct from Compound. Very good. So she's taking branded. So Topamax and tirzepatide is okay. Yes. So Imani, you know Topamax. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Topamax the one for, is it the anticonvulsant? So some people take it for seizures, but doctors will use it off label for the appetite suppression component. So yeah, it is good to take. It is good to take it together. Sorry for the question. What does metformin do to help GLP-1s? Metformin makes you insulin sensitive. So doctors will prescribe metformin for diabetics to make them more insulin sensitive so that your body can break down fats and carbs and store them the way they're supposed to be stored. It's a pill form, right? And then doctors will use it for PCOS girlies who have insulin resistance, and they'll also use it for women who are have infertility issues to make them be less insulin resistant and lose weight. So that's why doctors will put you on a metformin. Hey, Nurse Keisha, I haven't been catching your lives. Good to see you. Hey, boo, I've been on twice a week. I'm trying to do 3 days, but I've been on twice a week for an hour on this backup page. Thank you for the heart, niece. Before I talk about which one happens first, the insulin the question that I asked about insulin sensitivity and taking endocrine medications, I just want to remind those of you who are just coming in and you're meeting me for the very first time. My name is KEASHA Dixon. I'm a registered nurse, you guys. Noopy 1986. Thank you for the follow, boo. I am a registered nurse, you guys. I have been a nurse for over 24 years. I have been on my weight loss journey for 3 years now. Over 3 years now. I'm a total of 97 pounds down, y'all. I come on at least 2 to 3 days a week to do just education and to provide a safe space for us all to connect and share our experiences, share our knowledge on GLP-1 meds. So if you're not yet following me, make sure you're following me on this page, because this is where I do my lives. And on my backup page, hold on, let me do the puzzle. I'm sorry. And on my primary page, y'all, we have over 101K followers on Charge Nurse Keisha on that page. So make sure you're following both pages, because I do a lot of education on TikTok, you guys, about these meds. So if you know someone who is struggling with obesity and they want to be educated on the meds, y'all send them my information. Send just forward one little video to them, honey. They gonna follow. Honey, because I go like, and I teach from evidence-based studies. I don't just teach from my experience. I always, research through medical journals, and things like that. The rings are from James Avery. This one my husband gave me. So this one is my love and dedication to my husband. And this one is my love and dedication for my daughter. My daughter gave me this one for Christmas or my birthday. I can't remember. It's the Two Hearts Connecting. But yeah, they're from James Avery. So I answered the question about the metformin. I answered that one. Can you do LIPO mini injections to boost your metabolism on a GLP-1? So that's a clinician question. I'm not sure about that. I'm the nurse. I'm your nurse. So nurses educate based upon what your doctor has prescribed. I'm not a prescriber. Now I will be in about 2 years, honey. She is in NP school now. Don't get it twisted. But right now, I just have a license to educate. So once your doctor tells you that you can microdose or whatever, I can teach you about how to do it. But until then, I don't just publicly talk about those things, because I don't want to give nobody no ideas. Okay, so I just try to be responsible in my role. Okay, so I asked Trudy. Oh, for the 130 people who are in the chat, if you're not yet following me, click this picture. Make sure you're following me and follow my main page as well. And then if you are wanting to start your GLP-1 journey, because this is a Amble sponsored live. I have to remember to keep saying it. This is a Amble Health sponsored live. If you want to start your GLP-1 journey and you want to be under the umbrella of an obesity trained specialist who will put you on a script that's going to help you get to goal, all you have to do is click into my bio and go into the LINK tree, and all the information that you need is going to be up there. Okay, that's whether you want semaglutide, tirzepatide, you want NAD, glutathione, you want lipo CRB, tesamorelin. They have all skincare. Honey, the skincare is popping. And I've been hearing that a lot of the girls have been taking the skincare and not just putting it on their face, but they're putting it on their stomachs, on their stretch marks, on their hips, and between their thighs. And some of the girls is me. Oh, you just need a multivitamin, Michelle. Any multivitamin, whether it be a prenatal. I like MARYRUTH and I like GNC. Their skincare, it's the GHKCU, which has tretinoin, or you can get it with tretinoin or without tretinoin. I get mine with the tretinoin, boo. And baby, yes, ma'am. Actually, can GLP-1s cause seizures? Absolutely not. No, Rob, I can't even think of a reason, like an indirect way. The only indirect way I could say a GLP-1 can cause seizures is if you take a GLP-1 and your appetite gets so suppressed that you go into hypoglycemia and you already have seizures, and it triggers a seizure response because of low blood sugar. That's the only thing that I could think of. But does it cause seizures? No. And I am speculating. And I'll ask Trudy. I'm gonna ask Trudy. Is weight loss slower for type 2 diabetics? Absolutely, Ms. Val, because remember, GLP-1s are not diabetic medications. They are endocrine medicines that are meant to change you metabolically. The side effect is weight loss, right? So you already have a metabolic issue if you have diabetes, right? So it will be slower for you, but it's gonna happen. Okay, Rob says, okay, it makes sense. Very good. A FSA card is a flex spending account. This is an account that your job sets up for you. For example, I always use myself as an example for the FSA. It's called flex spending. So you can opt in to have flex spending, and your job will ask you, for example, my job gives you a maximum of $3,700. They don't give it to you like they give you a credit card that has $3,700 on it. Mine comes as a Visa logo, and every pay period I'm paying back the $3,700. So I think they draft my card like maybe $150 every time I get paid, but I get the whole $3,700 at the beginning. Well, every January at the beginning of, what do you call it, enrollment time, right? So those are called flex spending accounts. So if you have that card from your job, you can use that to put your meds on. So I use mine to purchase my husband's and my daughter's compound through Amble. Can GLP-1s cause hair thinning or hair loss? So, sweetie, indirectly. When people are on GLP-1 medications and they start losing their hair, it's because they have a lot of appetite suppression and they're not eating enough protein. That will cause your hair loss, because when your body receives protein is like your powerhouse for your metabolism, and your metabolism is what makes everything go, like everything function. And so if you're not feeding your body enough protein to sustain hair is not important. Life is not important for life sustaining measures. So your hair follicles are going to go to sleep, which means your hair is going to shed until you get enough protein to feed it. Outside of that, your body is going to be using protein for metabolism, to function that brain, that heart, them lungs, them kidneys, girl. And all the other organs that need protein, which is damn near every one of them. You understand what I'm saying? So if a person is losing their hair while they're on GLP-1s, it's either they're not getting enough protein or they're losing weight too fast. And your body is like, damn, what's all this weight loss? We must be sick, something going on. And it'll trigger hair loss. And a lot of patients who have had gastric sleeves and gastric, all those gastric surgeries, and have had rapid weight loss, that's one of the things that they suffer through, is because they're not getting enough protein in and vitamins and minerals in, they will have hair loss. So it will indirectly cause your hair to shed. But you can do things like making sure you're meeting your protein goals for the day, and you can also take vitamin supplements that have biotin in it. I love that Mary Ruth has biotin in one of her vitamins. Yes, that was my question, so I can use it for GLP-1s. Dramatic Beauty, you can use what for GLP-1s? I want to help you. Let me see. Maybe I missed something else that she said. Hey, boo. Veronica says, I'm on TIRZEPATIDE and I've been on 162 to 165 pounds for about 2 months and very hungry. What's wrong with me? Nothing wrong with you, baby. You just, whatever GLP-1, you're on TIRZEPATIDE. I'm sorry. Whatever dose you're on, you need to go up. If you're on the highest dose, it's time for you to complement your GLP-1 with something else. For example, friend, I've been in maintenance for 2 years. Well, it's been a little less than 2 years now. And I'm in maintenance, okay? I like for my body weight to be between 165 and 175 pounds. Thank you, baby doll, for the heart me. So in order for me to maintain my weight and not gain any more weight, I take my TIRZEPATIDE 11 milligrams. I do LIPO twice a week. And every now and then, when I feel like I'm having way too much appetite, I supplement with Plume's Hunger Houdini. Well, that's not true. I do Plume's Hunger Houdini every other day or every 3 days. Hunger Houdini and Hunger Taker. Now the Hunger Houdini, it has saffron extract, which is a natural appetite suppressant, because I have loud food noise. I'm the type of person that if my food noise is loud, I submit to it. I can't fight food noise. I have to go eat. Whatever it is, my brain telling me to go eat, I'm finna go get it. So in order to keep my body from doing that, I'll take my Hunger Houdini and my Hunger Taker, but I take it like every other day or every 3 days. So I'm consistently taking it during the week, but I don't take it every day, because if I take it every day, it gives too much appetite suppression. And for those of you who want to try the Hunger Houdini and Hunger Taker by Plume, You can just go to at Take Plume and check out using code NurseK because they did give us a 10% discount on it. Or if that's not your cup of tea, you can ask your doctors to start complementing your tirzepatide with either like a Contrave, a Casimia, a Phentermine, or a Topiramate. Another thing, friend, I do have Phentermine in this house. I do. Whenever I know, like, I'm going somewhere and I'm gonna be doing too much, because I already know before I get to the function that I'm gonna be doing too much. Like, for example, if I know I'm finna go to a cookout where they cook outside, I'm finna let that pot have it. And whatever drinks they got over there, I'm finna drink that too. So in order to keep myself in line, I'll take a half a tablet of Phentermine. You gotta do, it's almost like you gotta be creative. But I'm not saying go outside of your doctor's plan for you to get where you need to be. My doctor gave me the Phentermine. You understand what I'm saying? She gave me the Phentermine for those situations, right? And she knows that I have Hunger Houdini and Hunger Taker. She's okay with it because it's natural. You know, saffron extract is natural. The Hunger Taker is just I call it a super probiotics because it has prebiotic and probiotic in it. And my Hunger Taker makes my Hunger Houdini work better. So it's like you have to tap into other supplements that's going to control appetite. You know what I'm saying? If that's your issue, right? What is Contrave? Contrave is a scripted medication that doctors will use to complement your GLP-1 if you're having extreme sugar cravings. That's what it is. And it's two different medicines. It's naltrexone and bupropion. It's two medicines that make one med, Contrave. So the doctors will use it. The doctors will use it to help complement your GLP-1. Miss Don't Play says Phentermine work well for me and Topiramate. You see, let me pin that. Is it pinned? No, let me pin it. So, you know, if you're on GLP-1 medications and you're not seeing the pounds down that you want to see, or the appetite suppression is not appetite suppressing like it used to, you just either need to go up in the dose of your GLP-1. And once you get to the highest dose, if you're still not getting the appetite suppression that you're looking for, it's just time for your doctor to complement you with something else. Or you can do the Plumes, Hunger Houdini, and Hunger Taker. They both are amazing. Hunger Houdini over Hunger Taker, but they're both amazing. And then if I feel like if you do the Hunger Houdini and a Hunger Taker, you'll stop there. But like I said, honey, to make sure I don't gain no weight back, I got them both. I have them all. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just me over here. That doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to do what I do. And I tell y'all all the time, when y'all be seeing us post all of these things, oh, I have this, I have that, I got this, I got these amount of protein, I got this green, these greens or whatever. No, it's not for you to buy everything. You just buy what works for you, because what works for me is not always going to work for you. You understand what I'm saying? So don't do too much. Don't do too much. Keep it cute. Keep it just keep it just within what you need. No, baby, I've never tried Contrave. I never even considered doing Contrave because I don't have sugar cravings. My cravings is salt. Honey, you give me something that is pickled or that is fried, that's my weakness. Honey, a fried pork chop sandwich, hate to see me coming. You hear me? Hate to see me. Some fried chicken, hate to see fried shrimp, hate to see me coming. A boiled bag, child, I'm shutting the place down. You hear me? So that's my problem, you know. And listen, when it comes to that, I tell y'all, I used to teach this, and let me just be a reminder. I tell y'all all the time, if you're on your GLP-1 journey, you need to have a diuretic on payroll. You got your tirzepatide on payroll. You got your vitamin on payroll. You got your fiber on payroll. You got your collagen on payroll. You got your greens on payroll. You need to have a diuretic on payroll. And I tell y'all all the time, if you tell your doctor that you're on a health journey that's including pounds down, tell them that you need a diuretic. They're going to prescribe you hydrochlorothiazide. Y'all may have known it to be called HCTZ. It's a mild diuretic that your doctor know if you are overweight that you need it, because wherever there is adipose tissue, wherever there is fat cells, water is around, because adipose tissue embodies inflammation, and inflammation embodies fluid retention. So your doctors already know that. You ain't even got to go into detail why you want it. They already know. They already know. So ask your doctors for a cute little, they call them water pill. Ask your doctor for a cute little water pill, and they're gonna give you HCTZ. So all of them people need to be on payroll. And if you're on your journey and your body has built up a tolerance for your GLP-1 meds, it's time for you to put something to complement it on payroll. Whether it be Plume's Hunger Houdini Hunger Taker, Contrave, Casimia, Topiramate, Topamax, Phenermine, Metformin. Somebody else need to be on payroll. Okay? Everybody gonna get to their journey to where you're gonna have to start with supplements just to maintain, because you are managing a disease process called obesity. And managing obesity is no different than managing hypertension and diabetes and rheumatoid arthritis and irritable bowel syndrome and fatty liver disease and sleep apnea. It ain't no different. It's just obesity this time. Miss Don't Play said it's definitely a journey. It is. And so you just gotta be creative and do what needs to be done. Because what they not finna say is we lost all this weight and we done gained it all back. That's what they not finna be in these streets talking about. Now they can say all day, oh, she lost that weight taking that damn shot. Oh yeah, you can say that all day, honey. Honey, I done gave you that one already. But what you not finna say is I'm on the shots and I done gained my weight back. Oh hell no. Not when I have all of these resources at my fingertips. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay? So just keep that in mind and don't let it go too long. You know, your clinician will tell you that a real stall on your weight loss journey is if you don't see any pounds down on the scale in 5 to 6 weeks. Or if you have too much appetite suppression and the scales start going up immediately, it's time to do something. You don't let your body get you 15, 20, 25, 30 pounds up when you don't work so hard to come down. No, we know immediately when something wrong, because you know how your medicine works. You know damn well you don't be sitting around hungry all the time. You know damn well you don't eat a big old plate of food no more. You know that. You know damn well when you sit down, you done took a couple of bites and you're done. That's your truth. Now, once you start going back to the pot for seconds and you're drinking more than 2-3 cocktails, you know that ain't you. You know your medicine. There's something wrong here with this medicine. You got to think about, something right. Miss I Don't Play says something is off. Something is off, and do not let it get out of hand. Do not let it get out of control, because it is so much easier to put on weight than to lose it. And what we not finna do is make all of these sacrifices, because it's a sacrifice that you're going through to get the weight down. Miss Shalana, it's not that your medicines aren't working, baby. Your body just has built up a tolerance, and it's time to pivot, boo. You just need to continue taking your medicines, be compliant with the way your doctor has prescribed your GLP-1, and ask them for help. Let them know, I'm not having the appetite suppression I used to have. But also make sure you're doing your part, being protein forward, fiber forward, low fat, low carbs. Move your body a little bit more than what you've been moving it. Start intermittent fasting. You need to. You're having metabolic. Hold on. Let me read you this. Let me do this quick little education about intermittent fasting and how intermittent fasting and calorie cycling will switch up will switch up your metabolism, causing you to have more weight loss. What's the website for Plume? Is at Take Plume, TAKE Plume. You can go to TikTok, and it's at Take Plume. I can't remember what the website is because when I click on it, I feel like it's takeplume.com. And make sure when you check out Boo, you use code NurseK, one word, to get 10% off. But hold on, I want to show you something. I want to show you guys how you can manipulate your metabolism to, oh Lord, my wig too tight. And make your to come out of that plateau. Somebody said you're in a plateau. Yes. That person is in a plateau. Hold on. But I wanna educate you guys really quickly. Let's ask Trudy. Trudy, please educate me and my community of how intermittent fasting as well as calorie cycling helps to change you metabolically when it comes to weight loss. Watch how she served this right quick. I have educated us on this several times, but I got so much educational material in here, it'll be hard for me to find it. The wig is from Unice. Is it Unice? It was Unice, huh?
I'll never know.
It's from Unice.
I always want to say Eunice, but Unice.
Okay, so here we go.
Better.
If y'all DM me, I'll send y'all the link. Here we go. So Trudy says, great question, and you're thinking about this exactly the right way clinically. Here's a clear evidence-based answer. You see how she said that? Because Trudy know I only wanted evidence-based. I don't want to hear nothing that somebody done said on the internet. I want this pulled from a medical journal. Okay, here we go. So she says, short answer. Improving insulin sensitivity does not usually mean your body makes more insulin. She says it means your body recognizes and uses the insulin you already produce more effectively, especially after meals. This is called postprandial glucose. How many times I done told that to y'all? I can't even count how many times I have told it because I need you guys to understand how your medicine is working. So can't nobody come in your face playing with you when it comes to your GLP-1 medication. All right. She said, okay, so that was about the insulin sensitivity. So I want to scroll all the way down when I was asking her about metabolism. I needed y'all to hear that part first. Okay. So when it comes to intermittent fasting, because you need to know that insulin plays a role in this. All right. So she says the big picture. Hold on. Let me make sure she says, here's a evidence-based explanation you can share with your community with both science and plain language takeaways. All right. This is how intermittent fasting can help you come out of stalls and how calorie cycling will manipulate your metabolism so you will lose weight. All right. Here we go. So she says the big picture. She says intermittent fasting and calorie cycling don't just reduce calories. They change how your body uses fuel, hormones, and energy over time, which is why they can help break stalls and improve fat loss. For the 160 people who are in the chat, make sure you're following me and turn your notification bells on. For those of you who are new here, you guys, I am a registered nurse. This is education, okay? I've been a nurse for over 24 years, and this live is sponsored by Amble Health. The LINK is in my BIO, okay? All right. So, number one, she says intermittent fasting. That's teaching your body to switch fuels, right? What changes metabolically when you fast for a period of time? This is what actually happens. Your insulin levels fall. Your glucose level rises. Your body shifts from burning glucose to burning fat. You hear what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Let me say it again. This is why I tell y'all, if you're in a stall, start intermittent fasting. Okay, here we go. She says, when you fast for a period of time, your insulin levels fall, your glucose level rises, your body will shift from burning glucose to burning fat. This is called metabolic switching. Now, y'all know I'm finna do a video on this. Y'all know I'm finna do a video on this. Okay? Why does this matter? Lower insulin equals easier access to stored fat. Fat cells release fatty acid. Your muscles and your liver begin using fat and ketones for energy. Hey, Tara. Y'all think people don't want an intermittent fast, but it's so beneficial. Okay? Let me say it again. Why does it matter to intermittent fast? Because when you have lower insulin in your body, it gives your body easier access to your stored fat. Okay? Your fat cells release fatty acids. Your muscle and liver will begin using fat and ketones for energy. Body goes to deep freezer to burning fat and not the fridge. Yes. When you intermittent fast, how many hours do you go without eating? I do 16, Kelly. Now listen, let me tell you something. Sometimes I can't go the whole 16 and I'll do a half a tablet of phentermine. Intermittent fasting is where you fast for a few hours. You fast for more hours in a day than the hours that you eat. So for example, you can fast 14. What is it? 14. I can't figure out the math, but I know you can do 16 and 8, 14 and 10. I would say 16 and 8 and 14 and 10. Thank you, As Nursery. Thank you, girl. Cause girl, the math wasn't mathing. Yeah. So I do 16 and 8 personally. And listen, they have a lot of people that be saying, oh, I can fast the whole 16 hours and it's easy. It's not easy for me. Not every day. I do 3 days a week. I do 3 days a week. And the honest answer to how many days should you do intermittent fasting is you need to ask your clinician, because I don't know what type of comorbidities you guys have going on. I don't know what other kind of medicines y'all have going on. Some of you guys are diabetics, and sometimes a diabetic can't fast for that long. So I would honestly ask my doctors. Okay, honestly. And if you are having problems getting through your 16 hours, it's okay to take something like when I was teaching myself how to intermittent fast, I had to do a half a tablet of phentermine. Like I would be good probably the first 6 to 8 hours, but them last 8 hours would get me, I would have such a hard time. So at my 6th hour, I would do like a half a tablet of phentermine to get me through the rest. I've done 18 and 6 on accident due to rotating shifts. Tara, I've done 24. And guess what happened? Girl, I was in the urgent care the next day. Girl, I was in urgent care the next day. I had a bad case of sulfur burps. It was so bad. My stomach was cramping. But it was because I had allowed so much acidity to build up in my stomach that it just took me over. So that's why I say you want to be very careful about how many hours you intermittent fast, because you can hurt yourself. Your body is not supposed to feel like it's starving. It's not supposed to feel like it's starving, because it's going to go into fight or flight. How does Topamax help with intermittent fasting? It's an appetite suppressant, so it should help you. It should help you, boo. I've never taken it, but I know doctors use Topamax off label as an appetite suppressant. Sometimes I drink a SEEQ in the morning to help. Got you, friend. Yes. Hair thinning. Did you experience it? No. I would say increase your protein, baby doll. And do a vitamin supplement that contains benefiber. And make sure you're taking in collagen. Because, collagen is good for hair, nails, skin, joints. What are your thoughts on carnivore diet? I love it, Regina. I've done carnivore diet. I think it's good. But I'm not an expert in it. So I don't really know, I don't really know all the details to carnivore diet, but usually when I am dieting, that's what type of diet that I do. So can you explain intermittent fasting again? So intermittent fasting is where you fast for a certain hour. It's where you're fasting for a certain amount of hours and then eating for a certain amount of hours. So if you're gonna do 14 and 10, you fast for 14 hours and you don't eat for 10, but you gotta drink fluids. But you're drinking fluids that are low calorie, no carbs. So like you can have like Crystal Light, you can have tea without sugar, things like that, but no carbs. Chicken broth. I've drank chicken broth. What about diet sodas? I don't really know. No diet sodas, because I think diet sodas have the syrup. I wouldn't do a diet soda during my fasting hours. What is calorie juggling? Calorie cycling is where you do high calories. Like, say for instance, your calorie deficit for your journey is 1,800 calories. So you would do maybe 2,200 calories, which would be high calorie for you on one day, 2,000 calories, which would be a moderate calories on another day, and then you would do 1,500 calories, which is below your calorie count the next, and then you cycle. So one day high calorie, one day moderate, the third day low, which goes below what your calorie deficit is. For example, my calorie deficit is 1,800 calories a day. That's my healthy calorie deficit. So on my high calorie days, I might do 2,600 calories. Then on my moderate calorie days, I may do 2,000, 2,100 calories. And then on my deficit days, on the low calorie count days, I'll do 1,500. You can rotate it. I had a patient on Ribelsis, the oral glow up, and she's having amazing results. Oh, I love that for her. Ask the nurse. Cherie says, chicken broth is my go-to. Honey, I love a good bone broth. I love a good bone broth. So going back to doing intermittent fasting, so that's the takeaway for that. So just to repeat, when you are doing intermittent fasting, your insulin levels fall, your glucose level rises, and your body shifts from burning glucose to burning your stored fat. Yes, Regina, girl, some good bone broth. It's so good. And then it also says that your muscle and your liver will begin using fat and ketones for energy. So, and she also says, key point, you are not starving when you're doing intermittent fasting. You're allowing insulin to drop long enough for your fat burning to actually happen. Is that like putting yourself in ketosis? Yes, Lady Charnel, that's right. And you know how you can tell if you're in ketosis? You know, you can buy ketone strips where you pee in a cup and put the strips in it, and it'll tell you whether your body is in ketosis. That's exactly it. So your body will use fat that's stored and ketones to burn for energy instead of burning glucose. So again, you are not starving. You're allowing your insulin to drop long enough for fat burning to actually happen. That's why people intermittent fast. And then she also says that intermittent fasting improves insulin sensitivity. So she says repeated insulin spikes, which means like frequent eating and frequent snacking, keeps insulin elevated. But when you're fasting, it gives insulin receptors a break. It improves insulin sensitivity, meaning less insulin is needed after meals, and results in lower post-meal blood sugar spikes. And she says this is especially helpful for people with insulin resistance or metabolic slowdowns. For the 138 people who are in the chat, if you're not yet following me, click this picture in this corner and make sure you're following me. Yes, it decreases insulin resistance. Tara, you better let them know. Let me pin that. Yes, ma'am. It also helps with cellular well, I can't say that word. I can't say that word. Autophagy. AUTOFAGY. The way in which your body gets rid of abhorrent cells, she says. That's nurse Cherie. Let me pin that. Thank you, Nurse Cherie, and let me take a picture of that. I told y'all I learned something every freaking live because I did not know that. Thank you, Nurse Cherie. She says autophagy. Autophagy. Thank you, baby doll. Thank you so much. Autophagy. And she says that is the way your body gets rid of abhorrent cells. So let's go deeper into that. Thank you. I'll be loving. Ooh, Lord, I love when my chat go this route. Okay. Hold on. I wanna explain this so everybody understand. Your body gets rid of. Nurse Cherie, do you want to come up on the screen and explain this to us? Let me see if I can invite her. Let me see if she's gonna come up. Hey, boo.
Hey.
Hold on. I don't think I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Why can't I hear her?
Hold on.
Oh. Nurse Cherie? Oh, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Friend, please explain this to me.
So what cellular autophagy does, it gets rid of all the bad cells in the body. That's the body's way of getting rid of bad cells. And that's one of the reasons why we fast. In addition to the fact you're right, it decreases the body from having to secrete insulin when we eat and lowers blood sugar. And you're right. And then the body runs on ketones. I'm at work, so that's why I had to run in the back.
Oh, okay. Thank you for
But yeah, but that's what it does. You're doing great, honey. This is great information.
Oh, thank you so much. I learned something from you tonight because I had no idea. I had no idea. So this benefits everybody, whether you are diabetic or obese. It benefits everybody. It would behoove everybody to do some intermittent fasting.
Yes. Yeah. It helps spiritually, physically. It's the best thing.
Wow. I'm definitely going to do more research on it, and I'm going to make sure in my lives that I mention it more often because that's amazing.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I intermittent fast too. And you're right. You have to sometimes either drink a lot of water. I'm on the GLP-1, so that does help me with my appetite suppression too.
So can I ask you on your intermittent fast, can you get through your fast without taking anything to help suppress appetite?
Before I was on GLP-1, no. So I would suck down a lot of water, a lot of tea, a lot of chicken broth. But now that I'm on TIRZEPATIDE, I don't have that problem at all.
Mm-hmm. And you fast, what's your fasting times?
16-8.
Wow. So do you fast overnight while you're at work?
No, kinda. I stopped eating about between 8 and 10 at night, and I don't eat again until probably the next day. I do have a smoothie before I go to bed, and that's only because I usually work out after work.
Oh, gotcha.
So I have to have something
to recover. I got you. Wow. Thank you so much, Nurse Cherie, for coming onto the live. I appreciate it. I love it when I tell people all the time when I'm on live, I'm never the only person teaching, and to watch the chat because somebody always says something every single live. It never fails me. Somebody always, and it's not always a person that has a medical background. There's a lot of people that have taught me a lot of things that I just didn't know, even as a nurse. And so I appreciate you so much. I never want to be the girl in the room that don't know something. So I'm a sponge and I appreciate it.
I love it too. Yeah, we're nurses. We're coachable.
Yeah. Hello. Thank you so much and enjoy your shift. And thank you for everything that you do as a nurse, my love.
Okay. Thank you. You too, darling.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I love it. I love it. Oh my God. You see, I told y'all, I learned so much from y'all. So much. I learned so much. I had no idea that intermittent fasting causes that. So I wanted to go deeper in that discussion, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Let me autophagy. Okay, because Trudy trying to correct my spelling. Autophagy, and the way your body gets rid of abhorrent. Am I saying that right? Abhorrent cells. Teach me about this. I'm asking Trudy to teach us about this using evidence-based. She already know. Okay. I love this. So starting intermittent fasting for the first time, should I do 16 and 8? It just depends, baby. Just I honestly would start with like a 8-hour fast. Well, I would start with an 8 to 10-hour fast first, because you really have to teach yourself how to not eat when you're intermittent fasting, and it's not easy. It's when your body is used to getting a certain amount of calories, a certain amount of carbs and protein, your body will attack you, honey. It'll make you think some evil. It'll make you think some evil thoughts. You ever heard somebody say hangry before? Your body will tear you up, girl. You talking about you not gonna eat all of them hours, and you used to feeding me every 4 to 6 hours, girl. Your body will it will tear you up. So I would say do 8 to 10, to start up, and then work your way up to the 14 to the 16 hours, because it's hard, and if you need to supplement doing a 14 or 16-hour fast, just reach out to your clinician and let them know what you're trying to do. I'm trying to teach myself how to intermittent fast. They're going to appreciate that you want an intermittent fast, and they're going to give you the help that you need, because not everybody can do it by themselves. That's something you have to train your body to do, and it's not easy. I'm just going to be honest. I only intermittent fast 3 days a week. I work 3 nights a week. That's the only days I intermittent fast. Okay, here we go. So I asked Trudy, which is my AI, I said autophagy and the way your body gets rid of abhorrent cells. I said, teach us about this using evidence-based studies. So she says, number one, what is autophagy? She said, what autophagy really is. She says, autophagy means self-eating. It is a regulated cellular housekeeping process where cells identify damaged, dysfunctional, and unnecessary components and break them down for reuse or removal. Think of it as your cell's cleanup and recycling system. So I got that. It says this process is normal, protective, and essential for survival, especially during stress, fasting, illness, or aging. I love this. I love this. So 12 to 12, yeah. So 12 to 12 is good. Yeah, boo, it is. So she says, number 2, how autophagy removes abhorrent cells or abnormal cells. Abhorrent means abnormal cells. She says, when we talk about abhorrent cells, we're usually referring to damaged proteins, malfunctioning organelles, like broken mitochondria. Mitochondria is your powerhouse of your cell, right? We're talking about cells with DNA damage. Oh my God. Senescent cells, which are aged, non-functioning cells, or cells under metabolic or oxidative stress. So of course we want to remove those things. So when you talk about abhorrent cells, we're talking about removing those damaged proteins, malfunctioning organelles, removing cells with damaged DNA, senescent cells, which are aged, non-functioning cells, and removing cells under metabolic or oxidative stress. She says autophagy helps in 3 ways. You have your intercellular cleanup. That's your first line defense. It removes damaged proteins and organelles that are enclosed in oh my God, Oh my God, I can't say this word. Autophagisome. The autophagisome fuses with a lysosome. I feel like I'm getting too deep. Hold on. Let me read this so that I can give it to you in layman's terms. Because I feel like I'm gonna lose y'all with all those terms. So your damaged proteins fuses with a lysosome, which is something that lyses, it gets rid of. Oh, this is so deep. Hold on, let me ask her to explain this in simpler terms. Can you put this in simpler terms and use layman words? I can't, because she's too deep. I don't want to get lost because I'm learning right along with y'all. I don't want to get lost. Okay, here we go. She says, autophagy is your body's built-in cleaning crew. Every cell in your body creates waste over time. Broken parts, worn out pieces, and cells that just aren't working right anymore. Autophagy is how your body finds that junk and breaks it down and gets rid of it so healthier cells can do their job. Now, I got that. Y'all got that? All right. What are abhorrent cells in simpler terms? Old cells, damaged cells, stressed out cells, and cells that are not working. If these cells stick around too long, they can cause inflammation, disease, and problems over time. Autophagy helps to stop that. So what Nurse Cherie was saying is when you're intermittent fasting, not only does it help your body use fat for energy, but it also gets rid of these autophagy cells. God damn it. I love a aha moment, a light bulb moment. So not only are you burning fat, but you're also making your body purge cells that could potentially turn into inflammation, disease, and problems for your damn self over time. Now that makes me want to really make sure when I am intermittent fasting that I'm taking it more seriously, because not only am I losing fat, but I'm healing my damn self. Girl, that's huge, Cherie. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. I had no idea. She says it increases your lifespan. I bet the hell it does. So I definitely need to talk about intermittent fasting and why you should be intermittent fasting, not only to burn fat, but to also heal yourself. Wow. So everybody should be intermittent fasting. It ain't just about fat. It ain't just about weight loss. Wow. That's some information for your ass. My God. I had no idea. Trudy says, here's a simple version. Your body spots damaged cells, it wraps them up, it breaks them down, and it reuses what's still good and throws away the rest. Honey, when God made that system, he said don't be wasteful. Wow. Right, Anita? Girl. And then she goes on to say, think, declutter, recycle, refresh. Wow. Okay, so she goes into depth. She says, does autophagy kill cells? She says, not right away. Autophagy's first goal is to fix and clean the cell so it can survive. Look at God. If a cell is too damaged to be fixed, the body has another process to safely remove that cell so that it doesn't cause you harm. So autophagy equals repair and cleanup. Cell death is the last resort. Jess, I post my lives on YouTube, baby. Why is autophagy important? Because without it, damaged cells can build up, inflation can increase, disease risk goes up. With healthy autophagy, cells work better, your immune system works better. Aging, did y'all hear when Nursery said it increases your lifespan? Trudy, it has confirmed it. She says aging and disease slows down. When I tell you I am shook, I had no idea about that. I'm surprised I didn't know that. But it's just such a breath of fresh air. I mean, golly, I never even thought of that. Like, that thought never even occurred to me, that my body was healing itself while I'm fasting. And y'all, I've been fasting. I've been doing intermittent fasting for almost 2 years faithfully now. When I go to work, like, it's just my routine. People know I'm not going to eat at work. They think it's because of the GLP-1s, which it is because of my, it's because I don't want to gain my weight back. And that is true. But I had no idea I was healing myself at the same time. That's why many religions fast is a spiritual cleanse. Yes. When I tell you, I'm just like, yeah. At the beginning of every year, my dad's church, they do a fast, and I noticed that, people fast during, spiritual fast, but I never connected that they were healing their bodies at the same time. That never connected with me. Shuri, I'm forever indebted to you on that, girl, because I had no idea. And it means so much. So thank you so much. Wow. It's a reset. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love you guys. I feel like I stayed on live a little bit longer than I was supposed to. Let me follow you, Cherie. Because, girl, baby, when I tell you, Cherie, I think, how many followers Cherie got? Y'all, Cherie got 939 followers. Let me pin Cherie. Y'all, please make sure y'all are following Nursery so Nursery could start doing lives. Because, Cherie, you can go live, girl, once you get to 1,000 followers. And I done already put my follow in. Can I put in my notification? No, I can't. Can I put on notifications for her? I don't feel like, I don't see where I can turn my notification bell on, but I definitely hit follow because, baby, woo, girl, that was a wake up call for me. And I've been teaching this for 3 years now, girl. And that thought have never occurred to me that intermittent fasting heals your body at the same time. I've never taught that in 3 years that I've been on this platform. So thank you so much. She says she's a longevity strategist. She worked with corporations. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. I'm just, girl, I'm in awe of you. I promise you I am. Okay, so y'all know I end every one of my lives. Make sure y'all are following her. Let me pin her again. Because, honey, I would love to be in your audience when you're on live. Because I could just imagine what I could learn from you. So for the 112 people who are in the chat, you guys, I end every one of my lives by saying, don't be moved by what you see. Move what you see by what you say. And I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a person, a place, a thing. I don't care if it's a family member, honey, that husband, that wife, them damn children, your mama, your daddy. If it's your colleague, your boss, I don't care if it's school. I don't care if it's a disease process. I don't care what it is. Don't be moved by what you see. Move what you see by what you say. So you're going to speak life. And you're going to speak the word of God over it, or whatever your power, whatever your higher being, you speak life into that situation and watch how things are going to change. And then always remember that you guys are kings and queens. You guys live in palaces. You guys sit on thrones. You guys have crowns on your head. So people, when you move in this world, people do not have to like how you move in this world, but they must respect you at all times. I don't care what your decisions are. At the very least, you deserve respect. You don't like me, but if you don't like what I'm doing, go over there. Just do not come into my area and mistreat me or disrespect me. Absolutely not. Don't be moved by what you see. Move what you see by what you say. And always remember, you are a king and you are a queen. You must be respected. No disrespect. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. And remember, you guys, if you have anyone or know anyone who is dealing with uncontrolled diabetes or any type of autoimmune disease or obesity or any diagnosis that can benefit from GLP-1s and they're not well versed on the meds, on the side effects, on supplements to help them get to goal, y'all send them a video of mine or send them my page here on TikTok and over there on YTube so that they can learn, because I feel like knowledge empowers you, and it gives you more control over your disease processes. If you know your disease process, you know how it's attacking you, you know the pathophysiology of it, you know how it's treated, and you have a strong connection with a clinician, your clinician, and you have a nurse that's going to educate you and keep you focused, that you will be successful. And then in turn, you become a testimony for other people in those situations, and you can help them. That's what it's all about. Understanding what's going on, being a vessel so that you can become a testimony. That's what it's all about. Okay? I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys. I work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good night. Bye. And again, thank you, Cherie.